Throughout the course of these videos, we're going to go through and demonstrate the different flying positions, from back flying to head up, sit flying and head down flying. G'day, I'm Chico. I'm a member of Team Focus, vertical formation skydiving team. Today we're going to talk about free flying. To be able to have a good foundation to learn to sit fly, we utilise back flying not only as a recovery position and a position that we can transition to a sit fly position, but also what it does is it creates the foundation and the fundamentals for sit flying. The position is very similar, so we build that up in the back flying progression to ensure that we've got that foundation before we move on to sit flying or head up flying. So today we're going to start off by talking about back flying, and we're going to demonstrate and explain how we back fly by utilising the wind tunnel. Someone that is wanting to learn sit flying or free flying in the sky, generally back flying is a step that we don't necessarily focus a lot of time on. The only thing we really use back flying for in the sky when learning to free fly is as a recovery position. So, you know, almost right away we start to learn to fly head up or sit fly, but then we just need to know what we do if we lose our stability in the sky from that sit fly position. It is very important that we go into what we call the recovery position, which is transitioning onto the back. The reason we do that is so that we maintain the speed and the fall rate, which is similar to what we would be falling at in that vertical position. We definitely want to avoid losing our stability and then ending up onto the belly, because now this is going to be a much slower position, which is going to cause the fall rate to slow down quite rapidly, especially if we're doing this with other people and then we transition or fall onto the belly while someone is coming, you know, from above. Now the fall rate's going to change, we're going to slow down, and there's that high chance of a collision. Very important that we always avoid going onto the belly at all when we're free flying. The fundamentals and the foundation that we try to build when back flying will set us up. If we start with the legs, so basically the feet, we always want to try and think about keeping those toes pulled up towards your knee, and what that does is engages your lower leg and keeps it nice and strong, much the same as when we sit fly. The feet always want to be nice and wide to maintain stability. If we let the feet get close and then the knees open up, then we start to lose a bit of stability, much the same in sit flying. We have a bend in the knees so that we create, you know, somewhere around a 90-degree bend in the legs. The upper leg is nice and vertical in relation to our back fly position. We're always trying to pull those hips back as well, which gives us a nice centre of gravity. The upper body itself, we're trying to sort of, I guess, arch our torso, pull the upper torso backwards and push our sort of core or midriff area forwards to create a little bit of lift in that torso. That's where we get most of our lift when we fly on our back is with our upper body. It's the biggest wing on our body, so we try and utilise that as best we can. As far as the arms go, the arms are out nice and wide. They're nice and relaxed. We can utilise the arms to open up and then reduce that surface area for up and down movement. And we'll talk about forwards and backwards movement shortly as well. But the arms, we try to keep them semi-relaxed and not opening them up too much, pulling them back on the wind, which has a bit of an adverse effect on the shoulders and the head if we're doing that. So the more relaxed we can be with our arms throughout our flying, the better. And then the head is just nice and neutral, pulling the head back on the wind a little bit. We just want to avoid basically pushing the head forwards. Pulling the arms back will sort of accentuate the head going forward, which is why it's important that we relax the arms a little bit so we're not allowing that head to go forward, keeping that head back. That's our foundation, that's the fundamentals of our back fly position. So if we look at that back fly position and then rotate it vertically up into an upright position, it is very much the same. The only slight difference is just with the arms, we rotate them over this way so that we're now resting our arms on the wind.